Hello and welcome back to more Zero Escape, Zero Time Dilemma, where last time we played through a C-Team fragment in which everybody got gunned down by a Gatling gun in the Anthropic Principle fragment, and then we hit another story lock in both directions, by the way. Both of these things have story locks. I've been told in the comments that these are unavoidable, unlike Virtue's Last Reward, so I guess there's nothing I can do on that note. Speaking of comments, something that people keep telling me is that apparently I'm doing this in, well, okay, I think I said optimal order last time. I'm doing this in the chronological order of events. I think we might have different definitions of what the word chronological means, because, I don't know about you, but nothing about this flowchart looks chronological in the slightest. We've been bouncing all over the place. So, I don't know, this feels like one big disjointed mess to me. But, whatever, I don't even know, I'm assuming this game will start to make sense at some point. But so far, none of these fragments are really connected to each other all that well. They're all just their own little individual, for lack of a better word, fragment of the overall story, which I guess that's the point, because, you know, their memory gets erased after each one, but it doesn't feel, it should feel connected. It should all feel connected into one big picture, but it's like I'm watching a TV show where every episode is a new thing instead of having overarching plot lines. It's kind of annoying, but anyway, Q-Team's still dead, and I plan to keep it that way for a while because I hate Q-Team and I don't want to play as them ever again, but of course we're going to have to. But for the time being, I'd like to play as them as little as possible. D-Team, I think we decided we're going to do another Q-Team, I said Q-Team, another C-Team fragment this time. Since we just unlocked this one, we'll go do this one. Alright, seems pretty short, seems pretty straightforward. I think this one shouldn't take too long. We'll go do this one. What's this one going to be called? This one's going to be called Death in a Handbasket. Or it's going to be called that. Okay.
Oh, the reactor.
The what?
This nuclear reactor automatically supplies
electricity
electricity for years without any extra input.
Yeah, okay, sure. Let's add a nuclear reactor onto the list of things that this game wants to tackle.
How do you know all that?
I read it in the manual that's right over there.
What, you don't think Zero plans to lock us in this shelter for years and years, do you? That's not funny.
Was he making a joke? I didn't think so, Carlos. What are you doing? Like, I get that he's smiling, but that's just his resting face in this game. So, oh, well, back at it again.
I checked it already.
Yeah, if there's anyone you can count on to brute force your way through a solution, it's Junpei and Sigma every time. If they already if they're in the room, they already tried it and they already failed.
Damn. That means we're trapped. It's the new year. 22 years since Maria was born. Never thought there'd be a time when I couldn't wish her Happy New Year.
Let's make it all about me again.
Best year ever.
She your girlfriend?
No. She's my little sister. She, fell ill 10 years ago and was admitted to the hospital. I figured she'd be lonely in there, so I always stop by after work.
That's...
Every good morning and good night was so important to us. And now...
Oh, that's right. Happy New Year, Junpei.
You may be wondering why I'm laughing. Well, first off, Junpei's face. There's reason number one. Reason number two is that Carlos just entered deep, brooding, Doofenshmirtz emotionally scarring backstory mode like, once upon a time, back in Gimmel's Jump, my sister was admitted to a hospital, and every time we saw each other, it was so important. And then, Akai just doesn't give a shit. She's just like, oh, that reminds me, Happy New Year, Junpei. How's life going with you over here? Just no attention paid to him whatsoever freaking ever.
What's with you all of a sudden?
I've wanted to say that to you for 10 years, but I couldn't.
You say it now, but I'm not sure what I'm supposed to...
Meanwhile, Carlos is like, hey guys, remember me? I was in the middle of my emotionally scarring backstory.
To say.
At least give her a proper response. You're her boyfriend, right?
No, I am not. She's just a childhood friend.
Really? And here I thought you were dating.
Carlos is the type of person to say that specifically to stir things up. It's like you have two people over here minding their own business, and then he's like, so you two dating or something like that? Yeah. And then things get incredibly awkward. So, like, Carlos is that person, except much worse.
Whoops. I'm sorry if I made things awkward.
No, you're not. You did that on purpose.
I just wanted to learn how you guys were connected.
You know how you fix that problem? Write a goddamn note before you forget things. Very simple.
The best way to build teamwork is to know who your partners are.
How like a firefighter.
Well, we'll leave it at that for now. Okay, we can't hang around here like this forever. Let's find a way out.
Well, that was a conversation. Okay. Oof. Wow. So first, Carlos gets dunked on by Akane, and then Carlos dunks right back with the whole, so you two dating or something? Oh god, okay. I did not want to zoom into this thing. Alright, so I don't even want to know what's all over the wall. Oh, Jesus Christ, what? Did SpongeBob and Patrick come in here? Is this like the Wet Painters episode of SpongeBob? Is this their doing? It's gotta be their doing, right? Yeah, it's probably their doing. Okay, so what can we, is there anything for us to even, there's a thing here. Can I pick this up? This would fit on the drain, don't you think? How about that? Perfect. Well, I didn't intend for that to happen, but that is what happened. Okay. Oh wait, what's this? There's something on the ground. It's a box of matches. Great. We have a box of matches. And this is another one of the drain covers that we can put on. Okay, so I guess that's what we gotta do. It just fits. It just works. It just works. Alright, what else can we do? There's a box over here we can interact with. The valve is shut right now. How about we open it? Okay. Is there another one we have to open somewhere? Oh, here. Okay, so let's open this one up. Gas valve on the wall. Yeah, great. Open it up. So we open that up. So I'm guessing we're trying to close the circuit here, or rather create a circuit. Oh, open the circuit so we can close it and create a closed environment for it to flow through. So, what else is there? This maybe? What would happen if we turn the switch on? It's too dangerous, Carlos. We get shocked. It's not leaking out anywhere, but it's too risky to chance. Let's turn it off. Okay. Guess that would be against the rules. Oh, that's some music. That was some creepy music. Okay, this. Can I interact with this? It's the main valve for the water pipes. It's hard. I figured it would probably be frozen shut. It is very cold in here. If we warm the room up, it'll turn. Okay. Well, I don't. Is this how we would warm the room up? The one was sodium cold in here. I remember there was a theme park once with a minus 30-degree attraction. Too cold for me. Gotta love these random observations that are probably going to amount to approximately nothing. What even is? What can we interact? Can we interact with this? This must be the power switch for the locker. There are two lights, one to the left and the other on the bottom. Neither is on. Okay, can we choose which direction to? Flipping the switch does nothing. I bet the power's not coming through. Great, so this is meaningless right now. So, what can we interact with? Can we interact with this? This is the main gas valve. Let's start right now. Let's open it. Okay, that we can interact with. Can we interact with this maybe? The slider, maybe it's the switch with the power distribution button. Let's push it. Okay, that did something. That turned it on. Okay, what else is there? So now can I interact with this? Power switch with the locker. Let's see what happens when we turn it. Light change. Power's going where the switch is pointed. Okay, so can we open the door now? Yes, we can. And inside we have a steel mold. Wonderful. This room feels like there's a very limited amount of things that we can actually interact with at any given time because it's all just frozen shut right now. So, okay, there's a door down here, it looks like. Can we open this? Oh, we have to rearrange this so that it points down. And then we can open it up, I'm guessing. Yep, okay. So now that we've done that, oh dear. I'm guessing we just have to get the shapes to match. How do we, okay, we have to switch them like this, it looks like. Maybe? No, that's double click. Oh, we have to rotate. Oh, we have to rotate them. Okay. Oh, that's easy then. So in that case, we can just rotate this until the. Okay, I thought we had to actually shift them around. Okay, that makes this much easier. So that's now we need to get the yellow to match here. Just match yellow on all sides, and then that should carry over for this. Okay, so then, ooh. Oh no, there's just 2 yellows here because we have to get the orange down here as well. Okay, so that's that. I hate that I don't have total control over the rotating because now it's at an awkward angle I don't like. Okay, let's rotate this to be yellow and then this to be yellow so that matches up there. Now I gotta match green. I said match green. So now it's a blue. That's not blue, that's blue. Okay, so this is, oh wait, no, but that doesn't, okay, that doesn't work, but this works. Okay, so it can't be this. We have to, it can't be arranged like this because this has to be okay, let's try to do something else. The circle here, the main circle here is blue now. Yellow matches there and there. It matches all around. So I guess the only thing that doesn't match is the top and bottom. So we're getting close like that. This matches pretty well. It's just this bottom part that's a mess right now. Okay. So I really hate that I can't rotate. I don't have total control over the rotation. That's actually making this kind of annoying. But whatever. So we'll get this down here, and then we'll get this down here, and then we'll just rotate the triangle around since there's multiple circle options there. And I think that completes it. That looks right. Yes. Okay. There we go. So initially looked kind of hard, but it wasn't that bad once I got a better look at the whole thing. Okay. So we have a sink plug. Scratch that, we have 2 sink plugs. Let me guess, we have to use these with this, because there were 2 sinks here. I saw one here, and then, okay, let's back out. And then I saw the other one, over here. Yeah, so we'll put this over here. And, oh, I need to actually get no, not that, this. Get the other sink plug and put it in there. Okay, so now that we've done that, can we turn on so now we gotta turn this all on. So, is this slide turned out to be how to turn on the panel. Since the power's on now, we don't need to charge it again. Okay, great. Excuse me. But can we flip this? Because this, it's going 2 separate directions. One pipe's going that way, one pipe's going, so if we flip this around to switch to that pipe, then that should, in theory, follow this along this way, and then that gets over here. Okay, yeah, so now we should be able to open this up. No, let's leave it there for now. Open this. Okay, so this gives us freezing extinguisher, and then if we flip this to the bottom, it gets us what? Gives us a block of tin. Okay, wonderful. What else can we? What is this thing? This smell is definitely, yep, it's connected all right. Then we only need to start a fire here. Oh, well, I didn't know it was a heater, but now we know, so now we can put a match in there to set it off. So it's a lot easier to examine this room when it's warmer. Okay, so that melts. Okay, the room looks not actually all that much different. I thought maybe we would have fixed it, but it apparently did not do as much as I thought it was going to. Okay. So in that case, maybe we just need to put the maybe we just put the steel mold and the tin in here. That should. Can I? What? Can I? Oh wait, maybe I have to put it here. Okay, to put 2 rectangular objects in. Okay, so let's put the tin block there, and then we'll put the put the steel mold heel here. And if we close that, is that gonna give it the fuel it needs? There's a door, but nothing is inside. I wonder what it's for. Okay, do we have to light the furnace now? Let's give that a shot. Looks and feels like the fire's lit. That's what I did the first time. You hear a sound below? Let's take a look. Something in here. Oh, we got a key. Lovely. Okay. Where can we use the key? Is there somewhere we can use the... I don't see anything. Maybe something over here? Does it fit there? Oh, that's a keyhole apparently. I guess so. So now we can pull the lever. And what is this gonna do? This is going to do... Oh, I think we might have just doomed us all to an explosion. I think that's what we just did. What, the reactor turbine? Looks like the shields came down. Okay, wonderful. What do we... I don't even know what... I don't know what the end game here is. I don't know what the final... Obviously the goal is to escape, but like, what does that have to do with the reactor and... I don't know. What is this? This is nothing. The big screen, it's off. Okay, great, we have to turn the power on. There's another heater over... okay, over here, please. The fire doesn't look like what I think we're fine here. Wonderful. Phenomenal. Oh, there's that odd music again. Okay, is there... Oh, wait, maybe now we can interact with this thing. I think we can turn the valve now. The ice around is melting now if we just put some back into it. The valve is open, now we have water. Okay, so... Now, if we have water now, then can we turn on the faucets? And hopefully that does something. So we turned that on. It's flowing out over the side. Oh, I didn't even see there was a gap there. Okay. Oh, it's gonna. Oh, it has to flow. I didn't even see there was a gap there. Okay. So so then we just have to do the same thing over here. Okay. So we'll put this in, or turn this on, I should say. It'll overflow and go down to the drainage ditch. And then this will flow. Okay. So there was another switch we couldn't interact with because it was frozen. It was this one, right? This one that wasn't safe. So now... Oh. Okay. That, I would not have... alright. I did not have that on my bingo card. Look at the monitor. Well, these shapes are weird. Maybe it's a puzzle. I'm guessing we need to solve this next. Let's take a look. And it's another one of these types of puzzles. Okay. Not quite what I was... expecting, but alright. First glance, this probably goes here, this probably goes here, because these snap together real nicely. And then concurrently this can fit there. That's about where I guess B would fit nicely up there, because that's just stops there. This kind of loops around like that. And this would then fit nicely there. So now we just need to fill in the gaps. So is there anything? This would go nicely here. Fill in these gaps. This is there, and then that can go there. Nope, we need to align this a bit better. Check. Great. Okay. See, now this makes sense. Everything we were doing around this room, I didn't know what the end goal was of this room, but so I just kept clicking things until things just happened. So I didn't. It's just. The puzzles go from easy to well-constructed and challenging to you just click things and things happen before you get the chance to actually solve them. The core is emitting light and spinning. It reminds you of the lights on a fire truck. Awesome. You two fascinated by machines and shiny objects. Okay. Fantastic. We cleared it, but there was another thing we had to turn on, right? There was something over here. Well, we got the power on, but what now? I don't know, but we should be able to use this at least. Let's get started then. Okay. What's... Oh, okay. This looks fun. Okay, so I was wondering, can I pick these up and move these around? No, we have to slide this around. So we have to reflect. I got that we have to reflect the light into the centerpiece appropriately, but I didn't know how we would move these around to actually accomplish that. So this needs to be cleared out like that. That works nicely. That was unintentional, but that works perfectly for down here. That works perfectly for down here. So now we just need to we need to reflect this down. So does that where does that get us? That's screwed up. Now we have blue and red facing each other. So now we need to redirect it here. Let's get this. Oh, I can't move that. Okay. What if I move this up here? That's not going the right way. Is there anything like maybe if I move this down here? That gets red into place in a very roundabout way, but now we need to get a way to get blue up. We need to redirect it up sooner, just like that, yeah, because that then I saw that would bounce up. Okay, so that see when you give me puzzles like this, I can solve it. But like what we were doing in the room, I was just clicking things and things were happening, and by the time it actually accomplished something, I was like, oh, I guess I did that. Cool. I didn't even know that I was doing it. This looks very dangerous and probably a bad idea. Just saying, this probably is not... Yeah, this is probably not a smart plan, guys. I don't know what you... Okay. Can we... I didn't want to... Where do we... how do we get in there? Is there a way to get in there? Can we go through this door? Does Howard say we're going to go shut down the control panel? We start looking, maybe we can find something to stop the electricity. Well, we have a freezing extinguisher. Can we use that? No, don't. Okay, use that on the floor to stop the flow. Okay, got it. Thank goodness, disaster averted and the lights are turning back on. Oh, that did it. Akane? Oh, top layer of the ice melted. She stepped in the water. Akane, come on, wake up. Oh, that was, That was,
She's okay.
That was a bizarre escape room. We did a bunch of things with circuits and furnaces accidentally. We almost set off a nuclear reactor, and then we had to freeze the current. We created a current, and then had to freeze the current in order to open the door. Okay.
She's just unconscious. Her breathing and pulse are normal.
I see.
Now announcing the current casualties. Q-Team, Q, Mira, Eric. These 3 are now deceased. As a result...
That's the other thing that's confused me about the whole you're doing in chronological order thing. We've heard that same announcement like 5 times at this point as to the fact that Q-Team is dead. So it's like, I don't get the chronology of that, of just telling us over and over again.
3 X-passes will be revealed. I kill Fu. That
Yep,
is
still
all.
matches.
Q-Team. They.
It had to have been the vote.
No, we can't be sure all of Q-Team was really killed.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
We need to focus on getting out of here somehow.
You seem to be forgetting that the exit's still locked.
Well then, all we can do is go into that
That's the other thing. You didn't seek a way out. You just opened another door.
room. What the hell is this thing? Akane?
She's laying down outside. The hell is this?
No clue. Something's up on the monitor, though.
Rules of the AB game. My favorite. Yay. Hey. I mean, I say that sarcastically. But, like, the AB game was actually very, very interesting in Virtue's Last Reward. I just have no faith in this game to actually do it well, because this game has been insane so far. But sure, let's go with it. Players, Carlos and Junpei, stand before the monitor and vote to either ally or betray. You must vote at the same time. If the timing is off, everyone within the shelter will be executed. Off by what? 0, a millisecond, a second? How much leeway do they have there? Because it's almost impossible to do it at the exact same millisecond in time. Both of you will start with 3 BP, then this number will change based on the voting results. If both choose ally, both will gain 3 BP. If both choose betray, all BP points remain the same. Carlos chooses ally, and Junpei chooses betray. Carlos will be able to gain 6 BP. Yeah, thanks, we know how this works. Others will share the same fate as you. If Carlos dies, Diane and Sigma will die as well. If Junpei dies, Akane and Fi will die. Make your choice carefully.
Share the same fate.
If I die, Akane and Fi die too.
That's literally the worst possible scenario. That's the 3 characters I care about the most. Junpei, Akane, and Fi. Like, top of the list of people I give a shit about. Sigma's, like, slightly below that, because Sigma's kind of a creep, but, like, he's up there. I respect him as, like, the, you know, the brother-sister relationship he had, or, like, not actually brother-sister, they're not actually related in any way, but, like, the not metaphorical, what word am I looking for here? The substitute, I guess, brother-sister relationship that the 2 of them have. I like that, I like seeing that. But, like, as individual characters, Junpei, Akane, Fi, top tier, and then we got Sigma slightly below there, and then everyone else can just... Okay, and let's say Diana's up there with Sigma as well. Everyone else, just, they don't, it's just no. Just no. So, that's literally worst case scenario if that happens.
And Diana and Sigma are killed if I die.
Hot damn!
A small price to pay for salvation.
How far is Zero going to go with his toying with us?
You do remember 999, right?
Ally?
Or betray?
Well, what'll it be, Carlos?
What are you saying? Isn't it obvious? We choose ally twice. We'll add 6 additional points to our initial 3. And we'll both end up with 9 BP. No one dies, no one gets hurt. The exit door will open, and C-Team will be able to get out.
Oh, yeah, I get it.
There's nothing gained by choosing Betray, right? Zero's aiming for us to kill ourselves off here.
All right. Hey, before we do this, do you mind if we check on Akane? This girl here, she's always been really smart.
Until this game, they I don't know why, but they clearly made her significantly less competent than she was in 999.
She thinks the tiniest thing is off. She'll start debating with buts and ifs, like someone at least twice her age. But to all of us back in grade school, she was pretty strange. Well, I guess she came across as scary.
Did she get bullied a lot?
No. It was just, well, not many people wanted to be friends. I always saw her sitting in a corner, curled up, hugging her knees, and all alone. I decided that I'd stay by her side to watch over and protect her, if I could. Then one day, her beloved rabbits were killed by some stupid middle schoolers having fun. She didn't take it well. So, without telling me or the teachers, she went to their hutch, crying and apologizing over and over to them. That was over 10 years ago. A memory that's been tucked away in my brain, covered in dust. When I saw her again last year, I was reminded of that time. I just can't not keep an eye on her. I know, she always goes and just quietly shoulders everything herself. That's why I want to protect her. I wanted to help her bear whatever weight she's taken up. I truly felt that. But, well, I don't know. It was like I didn't know her as well as I thought I did. Hell, I couldn't understand why I even cared. I wanted to find out more about who she really was. To go and see her. Come on, you have someone you really care about, don't you?
You mean my sister?
Yeah.
My parents died in a fire, and then Maria fell ill to an incurable disease. Above anything else, I want to save her. I want to see her smile like before. That's what I decided. That's why.
Ah, now I get it. That's why you need the $500,000.
It's clear we both have someone we want to protect, and neither of us can afford to die now.
Right.
So let's get out of this room by both picking ally. We'll work on getting out of this shelter after that. Okay, let's get this over with.
Yeah, back to the room for us.
That was probably the strongest scene we've had so far. Well, maybe. The one between Diana and Phi was also pretty damn strong. I mean, everything about that entire fragment between Sigma, Phi, and Diana was really, really strong. Close tie with that scene right there in terms of what was the strongest character work. So, you'll notice, the Q team, not even in the runnings in terms of strong character work.
Don't get the timing wrong, okay? We have to enter them at the same time to...
But that's very unclear. Is it literally like if you're a millisecond off, you just die? Is that literally what it is? Because that would be dumb if that's the case. There's no way they could possibly synchronize it that closely.
2, 1.
Junpei's absolutely gonna betray us. Alright, make your decision. Good old Virtue's Last Reward flashbacks. And obviously you're voting ally. Honestly, this is honestly a nice callback. This feels like something that would belong in the final game of a trilogy, referencing things from the original games. The rest of this game, on the other hand, not so much.
All votes have been received. Results will be displayed on the monitor.
I mean, there's a chance Junpei will betray us, but... Yep, that's what I thought. I had a feeling. I mean, honestly, I see this as an absolute win.
What the? Why?
Sorry, Carlos. There's nothing gained by choosing betray, right? You said that. But you forgot, Carlos. There actually was something.
What?
There's no way he was ever gonna risk losing Akane for the sake of you.
Team, currently dead. With 3 more, the X door will be able to be opened.
Share the same fate.
That's right. If you die, Diana and Sigma will die as well.
No. So then, you...
Don't take it the wrong way. I didn't choose betray so I could escape. I know you'd do anything for the little sister you love. So that's why I figured you'd choose to push betray yourself. So, essentially it was a defensive move. I only wanted to protect Akane and Phi.
Which is what we suspected, yeah. Now, she won't be happy with you when you find out you've done this, but...
Junpei... Carlos?
But I figured Junpei was probably gonna do that.
Saying, assume everyone you meet is a thief. It means you should never trust strangers so easily.
Bastard.
Of course, with this game's logic, when we inevitably go back and replay this and pick betray, Junpei's gonna pick ally because that's just how this game works. Oh, cool, it just ends there. Lovely. Alright, well, let's go back in and pick betray. And probably get screwed over just as badly because I guarantee you with the way this game works, it's gonna result in, oh, fun, another story lock. I do love my story locks. Okay. Well, like I said, in the past when we've gone back to do this, the other character did the opposite. Like if the first time they pick betray, the next time they'll pick the opposite of what you pick. It's whatever. Guarantee you, this isn't gonna end well. But, you know... Like, that's the other thing, is that it's hard to... Because the reason why Telltale games and, like, Life is Strange, things like that, the reason why those choices mattered, is because they actually... Well, I was gonna say because they actually mattered, but it's because they're... Like, the common complaint in Telltale games has always been choices don't ultimately matter, and in a lot of cases that may be true. So, like, for instance, the classic example is 2 characters, you can only save one. Either what will happen is you will save one and the other one will die, but later on in the story that the person you save will ultimately die anyway as a kind of course correction to get you back into that linear path so that they have less development to do. Or the other character you saved previously will somehow work their way back to life. Again, course correction to get everyone back on the same page. There are exceptions to that rule. Detroit Become Human, Until Dawn, others that I can't think of, right? Undertale, things like that. There are exceptions to that stereotype. And there are even some Telltale games that break that trend. However, that's never really, like, that's not the reason why those choices matter. Because even if it does inevitably course correct, you won't know that until you play it a second time or you watch someone else play it. In the moment, it feels like your story. It feels like you are choosing to save that person or to make that decision. It all feels like your actual story. And even for things that don't course correct. For instance, choosing, do you explore this room with this team or that room with that team? Or do you an example from the Game of Thrones game. Do you keep the guards at home to protect the base while you're away, or do you bring the guards with you so you have backup when you go to the enemy base? Things like that. They may not ultimately, like, again, there's exceptions to the rule, but generally speaking, they don't always have that major of an impact on the ending. Sometimes they do. Tales from the Borderlands, Walking Dead, things like that. There are exceptions to the rule. But generally speaking, it's more about creating a personalized experience for you as the player in the moment. You know, making it feel like, I chose to explore this place. I chose to bring the guards with me. Or I chose to go with this person, to save that person, to do this, to do that, to do this. Even if the ending you get is always the same, it still felt like your experience, your story, your choices. But that is not the case here. This game is making an incredibly big deal about pick what the time to decide, make your decision. But it doesn't matter because this game series is predicated on the idea of jumping between multiple timelines. And if you can jump between multiple timelines, then your choices won't matter because you can always immediately go back to undo what you just did. Oh man, that was a long little monologue there. But yeah, it's like if you can always immediately jump back into it and pick something else, it doesn't matter at all. And you may say, oh, well, in Life is Strange, you can rewind time, which, by the way, that's not the case for the Storm of Life is True, but for the first Life is Strange game, you can rewind to see what the other choice would look like, but you only see the immediate effects of that. It's more like, what immediate effects would I want to have? Like, it can help you make your decision, but you still won't know the far-reaching consequences of your choice until later in the game. There's still time for you to see how it impacts things. But here, it's, like, you don't have time to see it. There's no consequence to anything because you just undo it all immediately. It's the most backwards oxymoronical design of a game I've ever seen. It's like they're in direct these mechanics are in direct opposition to each other. You have people that can jump between timelines, but also you have people that you also have a system that's predicated on making important decisions in the moment. Like, these life-or-death decisions are clearly inspired by Telltale games. That's probably why the whole thing looks more cinematic instead of just a traditional visual novel. But that is in direct contradiction to the idea that people can jump between timelines instantly whenever they want to make adjustments to the story and change their choices whenever they want. It's just weird.
All votes have been received. Results will be displayed on the monitor.
Yep, that's what I thought, because this game is just... It's just this game. That's how this game works, in case you didn't know.
Why?
You piece of shit! You tricked me!
No, I didn't, I swear. It was because the last time we voted, you chose Betrayed. So
The hell are you going on about? We've only done this once!
Hey, are you okay, Junpei? Wake up!
What the hell, asshole? This is all your...
You're the one who killed me first!
What?
What is going on? How do I even know about it last time?
You know, I've said it before, I'll say it again real quick. We did not need more people with the ability to jump between timelines. We really, really didn't.
Junpei's right. This should have been the first time. So, why do I think there was another one? When did this last time happen?
There's a Japanese saying, assume everyone you meet is a thief. It means you should never trust strangers so easily.
This is like when I'm in a fire. Does this mean I've somehow been avoiding the paths leading to death?
Yep, that totally justified. He absolutely deserved that.
How dare you?
Yep.
How dare you kill Junpei?
I gotta say, I do like her, like, demon eyes that she gets whenever Junpei is put in even the slightest bit of harm's way. Okay, let's cool it. Okay, wait, no, we didn't take it this far. Akane, calm yourself. What are you You see what I mean with this game? Okay, when I said you were justified in beating on his head, that's like, yes, you did a really awful thing. That doesn't mean you freaking, like, Jesus Christ.
Akane,
You're insane.
Junpei.
What? 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 Wait a minute, what? Wait! What? Where did she? What? How did... Who... It's gotta be Zero, right? It's gotta... Why would... It only makes sense for it to be Zero, unless it's gonna be the dog that just grew into a human for some reason. Because Q-Team is dead, D-Team is locked in their own little world, so it has to be Zero, but why would Zero... What? I don't... What is... What? We didn't unlock any new C-Team fragments. That's... Okay, so I guess we're gonna have to do a D-Team fragment next time. Or should we just bite the bullet and get the Q-Team fragment out of the way next time? Let's do that. Let's bite the bullet and get the Q-Team fragment out of the way. And then maybe... Because I've been told that eventually we're gonna find a way to get past these story locks, because I don't even... Like, I don't even... There's no other choice to make here. Right? Like, it's just... It's just... You either pick Ally or you pick Betray. There was no third option. What was there? Like, could I have abstained from that? I didn't think I could have abstained from that. But also, this isn't fully filled in. Wait, let me check. Hold on. We'll use this one as an example. Yeah, like whenever we get to the decision thing, it's always filled in red. But this one isn't. Why? Is there an option to abstain that I didn't see before?
No.
Wait, why are we starting here? Wait, why are we starting here? Wait, hold on, wait, no, we didn't start there this time. Wait a minute. Hold on, I need to read the chat log. What did I just miss? No, this is just...
Where?
We heard that already.
Okay.
Is this before the AB game?
What? Okay. Should I keep going?
Yeah.
I always saw her sitting in a corner, curled up, hugging her...
I
We already heard all this.
I'd stay.
Huh?
Then one day, her beloved rabbits were killed by some stupid middle schoolers having fun. She went to their hutch, crying and apologizing over and over to them.
How do you know that? Did Akane tell you?
No.
Then why? So, gonna stay silent, huh? Fine. Guess there's no point talking about this. Let's just get these votes.
No, wait! Something's weird.
Hello, pot calling kettle.
Whenever I chose in the AB game, it was...
They are so desperately trying to pander to people who have never played these games before. Because, like, this might have had obviously, I would have reacted to this if this was 999 or VLR. Because both those games, whenever this kind of stuff was real, like, wait, what the hell is going on? But this is just par for the course at this point. We know that this is how this universe works, so it's like, yep, that is how this stuff works. This is so clearly trying to elicit a shock reaction, but you're only gonna get a shock reaction from people who've never played these games before, so it's, again, clearly, desperately trying to pander to everyone who hasn't played this series, and Carlos is just the blank slate for that to
always
happen.
the worst outcome.
What are you talking about?
Junpei? Carlos? I think I understand. I believe that what you just did was shift, Carlos.
Shift?
Space-time human internal fluctuating transfer.
They have an acronym. They have an acronym. They have an acronym for shifting timelines.
A phenomenon where one's mind crosses space and time.
That's like the Phineas and Ferb episode where Dr. Richards makes a buoyancy operated aquatic transport device, which just spells boat. It's
Kane, is that?
The power we used a year ago?
Oh, so you do remember
The ability
999.
to send and receive information through the morphogenetic field. It's a simpler version of this.
You're saying the me here right now came from a different history?
Well, your consciousness at least. Say you go back in time to when your parents met, using a car as a time machine. Know what movie I'm talking about?
Yeah, of course I do. The high school protagonist almost gets it on with his own mother.
Ha 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 ha, this game, if you are about to make fun of Back to the Future, you are on very thin ice with that. Because Endgame did that. Endgame was like, ha ha ha, Back to the Future, what a silly old 80s movie. Yeah, you know how well that worked out for it? It didn't, because Endgame's time travel makes f*** all sense. And let me tell you something, Zero Escape. With the way this game's going, you are in no position to be criticizing Back to the Future, especially since their time travel rules actually make sense. But if you are going to try to tell me that your rules make more sense than them, oh boy, game, you got another thing coming.
And tries to get his awkward dad to marry her. That's the basic plot, right?
Yes, the story revolves around a boy. We'll call him M.
God. M for Marty McFly.
Now, according to the plot, he's successful at getting his parents to marry. But history ends up changing slightly. Upon returning to his own time, his
I hope you never wanted to watch Back to the Future, by the way, because they just spoiled it for you.
father's a famous science fiction writer, and he's rich.
Huh. I guess the hierarchy was switched when his dad punched the neighborhood bully.
I really, really hope you didn't want to watch Back to the Future.
But did you notice something odd about
Oh,
the
please, 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 Zero Escape, tell me about the problems with Back to the Future. I am so prepared. Oh, please, please tell me all the problems with Back to the Future's plot. I will actually salivate at the thought. Oh my god, I'm salivating at the thought of this game having the audacity to try to criticize Back to the Future's time travel rules.
movie?
Please.
Just what happened to the M who lived in that fancy house?
Huh. Well, now that you mention it.
No, they account for that. What do you mean? They account for that. They literally account for that. That's in the movie.
I don't think the M from that
What?
history appears in the movie at all.
No. Why did you do that? You picked that? You picked that? That's what you went with. That's what you went with, game. Really? You went with that? You picked that? This game, man. This game, it's on. Okay, so, since these people clearly didn't watch the movie, and since clearly they want to spoil it for you, I'll tell you what happens. Since you didn't pay attention to anything, apparently, they show Marty. Okay, you following me? What happens is when Marty goes back to the future at the end of the movie, they pull off one of the most intense climaxes I've ever seen in any movie ever. He goes back to the future. Funny, see, because that's the title of the movie. He arrives back in 1985. And as far as he's concerned, everything's exactly the same. but then he remembers, because, I guess I should give context. At the beginning of the movie, the reason why he ends up back in 1955 in the first place is because his scientist friend gets shot down. So in a mad dash to escape the people who shot him down, he jumped in the DeLorean time machine and accidentally sent himself back to the past, and then that's the plot of the movie. So then he remembers, like, oh wait, the whole reason this happened is because because Doc got shot. So let me see, because he tried to warn him in the past, like, hey, you're gonna get shot in the future, but he refused to listen to him, or so he thinks. So he goes to try to stop him from being killed, but he's too late. He's unsuccessful. He sees him get shot down again, but there's a whole payoff there, and I'll try to keep some things spoiler free since this game just doesn't care. But do you want to know what else he sees when he goes to the place where he saw Doc get shot? Well, you see, because he would have had to be there, because Marty was with Doc when he went back to the past in the beginning of the movie, when he returns to the future, he's naturally going to see, who does he see? His other self! Right there in broad daylight! How can you possibly miss this? This game. Oh, this game. Like, I'm not even kidding you. He goes back to the mall where Doc gets shot, and he sees his other self jump into the DeLorean time machine and go back to the past. This happens in the movie. This is explicitly shown. So the occasion I'm getting the idea is that Marty goes back to the past, and then sort of like a time loop kind of thing. That's the one that would come around to go see him. It's hard. It's a time loop essentially. He sees himself go back to the past, and then that will be the person who he sees in the future. This game, on the other hand, is like, no, you never see him. He's not in the movie. He never shows up. What do you mean? Nah. He's never in the movie. Never, ever in the movie. You idiots! How can you possibly miss this?
There are two overarching types of stories about time travel.
Let me guess. Time loop and overriding timelines.
The first type states that there is always only one history. Meaning, if someone changes the past, that previous past is subsequently erased.
No. False. No. That's not how they explain it in the movie. No. Wrong. You're just wrong.
The other type is where...
You're just... Oh my god, how can you be this bad? How can you be so bad at this? Okay, so in the second movie, when they go to 2015, and Future Biff screws things up in the past, they don't return to their own timeline. Their version of 1985 is not erased. They go back in time to an alternate 1985. The original 1985 doesn't get erased. That's not what happens. What happens is they go back in time to an alternate. He draws this image on a chalkboard. How can you miss this? How can you be this bad at this? How can you be so bad at this? He draws on a chalkboard a straight flow of time with 1955 on the left, 1985 in the middle, and I think 2015 is on the right hand side. But then he draws a separate... Actually, what am I doing? I have a memo thing. I can just draw it for you. So 1955 is over here. This word numbers are hard. This drawing system is the worst yet. 1985 is here, and then I'm pretty sure he puts 2015 over. What's over here doesn't matter. So this timeline is the original timeline that Marty and Doc are from. But when Future Biff goes back to 1955 to basically make himself rich, he creates an alternate future, which is called, I think he calls it 1985 A for alternate. I could be wrong, but it's something like that. This is the timeline that Marty and Doc return to when they come back from the future. He literally draws this exact chart on a chalkboard. I don't know how you can possibly miss this. How can you be so... at least Endgame. I cannot believe I'm saying this. At least Endgame just said, none of it makes any sense. They didn't give any specifics, so just it makes no sense. But these people, the people who made this game, are citing references, and they're failing catastrophically.
Multiple histories exist. This is the many worlds interpretation. One of the more widely believed hypotheses on multiverse theory. The world and universe split into branches as a result of one's decisions. It's a setup where each branch is able to exist in some form. Okay, so back to the movie.
Oh, please. You failed. Okay, you know what? We're gonna make. Okay, strike one. Future Mario doesn't exist. Strike two. They don't go back to an alternate timeline. I'm waiting for strike three. I'm waiting for strike three. Give it to me. Give me strike three. I'm ready. You failed catastrophically with your first two criticisms. Give me the third one. I'm ready.
Let's consider what happens with a single path history. In this case, do you know what M is doing back in his own time?
I don't know, you've lost me. What are we talking about here? Are we talking about this? Are we talking about this timeline in which you lied about the fact that there is another timeline? Or are we talking about the first movie in which you lied about the fact that Marty isn't there?
What he's doing?
Committing a form of murder.
Murder?
What?
Well, think about it. The M who grew up in that fancy house, let's call him M2. M2 should have had a variety of amazing memories from his life. Maybe he met a really cute girl he liked, or was a winner of a contest. The possibilities are endless.
Please finish this thought.
All of those memories, every single one was overwritten when M came from another history.
Wrong again! Strike three! That's not the color I chose. Strike three! You're out, game! How can you be this bad at this? I don't understand. How can you miss this? They show Marty in the movie, in the parking lot, when he goes back. How can you be this bad? Also, wait a minute. Let's pretend Back to the Future doesn't exist. Let's pretend that Back to the Future doesn't exist for a second. Is this game gonna try to argue the morality of jumping through time and that you shouldn't do it because you kill yourself if you do that? Because let me tell you something, game. If you're gonna try to argue those morals now, can I remind you of Virtue's Last Reward when we made like 6,000 jumps? What happened to all those Sigma and Flies? Are you gonna start implementing morals now? Really? Now you're gonna start implementing morals? Oh my god.
Huh? But the history that disappeared was poor M's.
You're right, that's true. What was erased from existing in time was M's history. But the only memories that M retained
Are those of when he was poor.
So, in effect, the life that M2 lived through was overwritten.
You picked Back to the Future. I don't understand. Is it actually because I knew a person in high school who was like his whole life mantra was that any movie released before he was born was bad. Like, that's an unironic thing he believed, which is that any movie released before he was born was bad. Which I don't even know, because basically it's like, oh, old movies, look at, these aren't 4K Ultra HD movies, they're not new age tech, these are all bad movies. So, like, there are people on this planet who live under with the life mantra that old movies are inherently bad, and that the only movies worth watching are new ones. They do exist, I've met them. They're crazy. So because Back to the Future, Endgame did the same thing. Endgame was like, so Back to the Future doesn't make any sense, ha 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 ha, and then proceeds to make no sense with his own time travel rules. Is it just because it's an 80s movie that people just immediately jump to Back to the Future and desperately try to tear down its internal consistency and they fail every single time? Because, oh my god,
all because of the actions that the protagonist M took to save his own. I'd say that's the same as killing someone.
None of you watched the movie! None of you watched this movie if you think that's what happened.
Next is the multiverse hypothesis.
And again, we already know this from the first two games.
In this situation, M2's life is never erased. Instead, a mystery remains. So, where did M2, the version who remembers being well off, up and disappear to?
Where he went.
He went back in time, you idiots. It's a time loop. He sees himself in the parking lot.
This is what I think.
Oh, please tell me what you
On the same
think.
day that protagonist M used
Please
the
tell
time
me what you
machine,
think.
M2, for some reason, did the same as M and went back to the past.
I quit. I can't with this game. I can't. Game, what are you doing? How can... Oh my god, this if you played this game and you thought to yourself, wow, Akane's saying some really smart things right now. This is a really insightful discussion. I would like you clearly didn't watch the movie if that's the conclusion you came to. Because this super smart conclusion that Akane just came to is literally what happens in the movie. They show it to you.
But then, he did the exact opposite of M.
The opposite?
Mm-hmm. He stopped his dad from punching the bully.
No, that's...
So,
No.
when he returned to his own time, it was
That's
the
not-
world poor M had lived in.
What are you...
Are you saying that they pretty much switched places?
It would keep everything consistent.
Game, you do not get to... Hey, do you remember how you're alive at all? You're alive because of a plot hole. Akane, you shouldn't be alive right now. You are alive because of a plot hole. You are alive because of a time paradox. You do not get to freaking... This is pissing me off so much.
That's depressing.
What is?
M2's situation.
None of you watch this movie!
He ends up getting the bum end of the deal regardless of which scenario happens.
Damn, that's pretty unfair.
Yes, that's true. But, this is rather difficult to say, Carlos. Your case may be exactly the same.
What?
Your consciousness could have come from another history and taken over this body. In exchange, the Carlos who was here originally...
No. Another me is in the other history?
There's no use in getting upset. You simply need to accept that that's what shifting is.
Also, hold on. Wait a minute. This game... I've never seen this before. I have never seen this before. I have never in my life seen the third game in a trilogy. No, sorry. The third story in a trilogy retroactively create a plot hole in a previous game. Because if Carlos is this goddamn good with shifting between timelines, when they would have had to know this before the events of Virtual Dust Reward, then why the hell didn't Akane bring him to the moon to help enhance Sigma and Phi's time-jumping abilities? They would have done a way better job than the other people that they brought on board. No? Did that make too much sense? But remember, game, you just got done talking about the 3 strikes of Back to the Future, and you failed every single one. So, yeah, keep that in mind next time you try to make sense.
Wait, Akane, how did you know that Carlos is able to shift?
He mentioned before that he knows which path has death at the end and which is safe. I just sort of knew, too.
Well, if there's one thing this game did, it made me want to go rewatch the Back to the Future trilogy.
An arsonist set fire to our house when I was 18. My parents didn't make it, though I was able to get my sister Maria out. But we didn't make a clean escape. Maria fell into some sort of coma. They first thought that she had carbon monoxide poisoning, but that wasn't what it was.
Reverie syndrome. A variety of moments flicker in and out of the mind, as if one was constantly dreaming. We believe this is what your sister has.
Maria is either receiving large amounts of information from the morphogenetic field, or her consciousness cannot stop its jumping between multiple histories.
Then she's like us.
Yes, though it's slightly different. In Maria's case, that power is running rampant within her. That is what the reverie syndrome really is.
What?
If a way can be found to control the ability, then she could recover from it.
Is that true? I see. That's good. So there's some hope for her.
Hey, Carlos,
By the way, that key is ginormous.
when you dove into the fire to save your sister, you were able to hear her voice, right?
Yeah, I was.
Carlos! Carlos, I'm here! I'm over here!
Maria! Maria, is that you? Just stay there! I'm coming to get you!
No matter how you look at it, there was no way her voice could reach me. But I realized exactly where she was, and I found her quickly. That was the first time. After that, I could hear victims crying out in the fires, and which way would lead to my death.
Oh, this ability we have is triggered by intense danger.
When we're threatened by a crisis, it's easier for us to access the field.
I get it. So that's what it was.
So, Carlos, Junpei, shall we shift?
Huh?
What?
There's really no reason to play the AB game.
Please get away from the camera.
Well, as it stands right now, it's incredibly likely the both of you will decide to pick ally. But instead of going through that, it'd be better to shift to another history. It'll work! The three of us will definitely be able to do it! But only if we find our lives in danger.
You mean like you did in the last episode in the rec room? Is that where we're going here?
Wait, what do you mean by
Is that why there was a story lock there? Because we were waiting to be able to shift.
danger?
The control panel has detected an error in the program. Main cord required to supply additional deuterium. Please quarantine or disconnect the control panel.
Hey, Akane?
You're really turning the reactor into a bomb?
I told you earlier, didn't I? Our lives have to be in danger for our shift ability to manifest.
So, by your own infernal logic, you are now condemning the consciousnesses which you will now shift with to death by nuclear reaction.
But this is absolutely nuts. Even if we do manage to do this, the us who are from whatever history we switch with will end up...
Do you plan on dying here then?
Oh, right. I forgot you were like that.
Hey, remember that big lecture you gave about 30 minutes, about like 5 minutes ago about how Back to the Future is like, oh, well, Marty committed murder because he killed his other self. Well, you sure threw out those bullshit principles immediately, didn't you?
The main core is preventing.
I just can't believe that they just...
Please evacuate now.
I was gonna... By the way, this game better hope to hell that it does not have any more inconsistencies with time travel, because I will tear it to shreds if it does. If there's even so much as a hair out of place, this game will not hear the end of my wrath. Because, oh my god, how can you possibly miss that much of the movie? You have to be lying by omission. Like, I refuse to believe there's anybody on this planet that is so stupid that you can miss that. Like, they blatantly show to you that Marty goes back in time from the future, or M2 as this game calls it. They blatantly show that to you. You can't possibly miss that. They have to be lying, deliberately lying by omission.
Evacuate now.
So, where do we need to jump to?
Try the rec room on for size. Try the rec room on for size.
You didn't consider that part?
Well, if we knew in advance, the effect of the threat would be lessened.
What?
You're not affected by any of this at all, are you?
That's not true. Here, look. My heart's pounding so fast. You want to check it?
2 minutes until detonation.
I mean, you don't have to. You can just check her pulse with her on her wrist. You don't have to. Okay.
Hey, it's kind of getting down to the wire here.
Shit! Okay, we're just gonna have to go for it. Jump to the same history I am.
The same history?
Which one?
Think! There's a history when we didn't get all ones on the dice rolls. The moment right after that.
And what do you plan to do exactly?
We're just gonna get ourselves killed.
It's okay. I have a plan.
And what plan is that?
30 seconds until detonation.
What plan is that exactly, Junpei?
All right. I trust you, Junpei.
That's a terrible idea.
Junpei, if we die, oh, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
3, 2, 1.
Wow, that was bad. That was really, really bad. That might be the worst one yet. Like, that was some bottom of the barrel trash is what that was, but I guarantee you now, so I'm guessing, yep, that's the only place we can go. Okay. Well, since this episode's been going on for about an hour at this point, I'm gonna save this for the next episode. Game, if you want to make fun of Back to the Future, you might want to start by making your own rules consistent, or if you do want to make fun of Back to the Future, then at least pick something that's an actual criticism instead of making up bullshit that doesn't exist, or deliberately omitting things that actually happened in the freaking... I can't with this game. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? That'll be it for now. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time to catch you all tomorrow for some more Zero Escape, Zero Time Dilemma. Goodbye.